Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today what I am doing is a kind of first impressions and comparison of the Maybelline Master Contour in Light versus the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. So I'm going to take the shades that are most similar in each of the palettes, which are really the contour shade and only the highlight shade, and I'm going to compare the two. I'm going to do a demo so you can see the comparison and kind of see how a drugstore product holds out over a high-end product. And yeah, so we can kind of see the difference between the two and if the Maybelline Master Contour is worth the 10 or 12 bucks. Okay guys, so first let's talk about the Maybelline Master Contour palette. So I picked up the shade, I believe, in Light, probably, I think it says on here, since I'm so freaking white. But yeah, I picked up the shade in Light. So what you get is you get a contour color right here, a blush, and a highlight. So this isn't like a matte powder to put under the eyes, it's gonna be a highlight area. So you get these three things, and you also get a brush as well, which I believe I didn't even see the first time. It's like a little angled brush. Honestly, it probably doesn't work that well. So I had actually picked up mine from Ulta, I believe, for 10 bucks, 10 or 12 bucks, somewhere around that area. So now let's talk about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Contour Kit. So obviously this has been around for a while, but I wanted to kind of see how a drugstore contour kit played up against such a nice contour kit, just to see what kind of quality you're working with here. And so what I'm going to actually do is, obviously you don't get all these kind of colors and the matte colors with the drugstore kit, so instead I'm going to compare the lightest gray tone shade in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, the highlight sparkly shade, and that's it, because you don't get a blush in that one. So first I'm going to do some swatches, and then what I'll do is I'll do one side of my face with the Maybelline, other side with the Anastasia, see if we can see a difference. So sorry guys if I'm kind of bad at swatching, I don't really do this very often, but so what we have here on the top right here would be the Anastasia gray kind of tonish color, I believe it's called Fawn. And on the bottom right here is the contour color from Maybelline. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell from this video, but I can tell you from looking at it that the contour kit from Maybelline is a lot more warm in toned. So it kind of almost reminds me of a bronzer in a way, which is not necessarily what you want to be contouring with. So that's a little bit of a drawback right there. But we can kind of see how it looks on the skin and see if it kind of changes over any sort of skin tone, skin type. Okay, so I wanted to swatch the highlighters on my hand, and I did, but then I realized you can't even tell because I'm so pale. So I'll just tell you and show you the colors because you're not going to be able to tell really on my skin. So this is the highlight from the Maybelline, while this is the highlight from the Anastasia. And when I swatched them, I noticed actually the Maybelline one was a lot creamier and more pigmented. I can say from using this palette for a while, the ABH one, that I'm not the biggest fan of that little highlight shade in there. To me it's very dry, hard to blend, and just isn't the most pigment in the world. So I would definitely say, just from pure swatching alone, Maybelline wins out on that one. But I can actually swatch the blush, so let me do that for you guys right now, because, you know, that'll show up on my pale skin. So it's a really nice shade, pigmented pink blush. So I'm going to start with the Maybelline Contour shade. So I'm going to do the right side of my face. I already have a tad bit of bronzer on. I'm going to use this Hoola bronzer brush to kind of chisel out the cheekbone, because I find it really similar actually to the, I think it was the NARS Eater brush, the kind of flat streamline look. So I've just been using that to contour, and I like it. It does give a very sharp contour, but you can blend it out. So I'm packing that on, and so you can see that really chiseled line right there. I definitely think it comes off a little bit more cool toned on the skin than it does like just pure swatching, so over like foundation and stuff, which is a plus. So obviously I'm gonna blend that out, but let me put a stripe on the other side of my face with the contour kit from Anastasia so you can see how that compares. So here we have the Maybelline contour. And then this side we have the Anastasia contour. So I haven't blended them out at all just so we could see pure pigment. This one, yes, it is warmer than the Anastasia color. So I would say that the contour color, while it's not bad by any means for drugstore, it definitely isn't as good as the more high-end palette, which could be expected. But I'm going to blend the two, and I'm also going to apply the blush and the actual highlight just from the Maybelline kit, because I've used the Anastasia highlight before, and that highlight to me that comes in the kit just doesn't do anything and is not the best highlight. So I'm going to apply the blush from the Maybelline contour palette. I really like that color, especially for fair skin. It's very pigmented. Also, while I was blending out the contour from the right side and the left side, they both blended great. So Anastasia and Maybelline, they definitely both blend about the same, so that's really good. It's not too hard to blend out the drugstore palette. Okay, so now like I said, I'm going to take the highlight color from the Maybelline, and I'm gonna apply that to my cheekbones and the tip of my nose because I like that nose highlight. I really do. I think it looks beautiful. Alright, so let's pack that on. So, only trouble with highlights fair skin is sometimes you're not gonna see it. It's gonna blend in because you're really white, you know? So, you can definitely see that, I think. Look at me like trying to justify, like, yeah. So I'm just gonna keep packing it on a little bit more. You can see the nose highlight too, yay. So that's actually a very quality drugstore highlighter, I would say. I like that shade a lot, definitely. So just for our last comparison, we have Maybelline this side, as far as the contour shade goes. And then we have Anastasia on this side. So overall, my opinion on the Maybelline contour kit, kind of as a first impression as well, is that it looks very, very similar to the Anastasia shades, some of the shades in her Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in light. So these are both in light. And I would say that the contour shade is a bit warmer in the Maybelline palette versus in the Anastasia palette. I prefer this contour shade over this one, but at the same time, this really isn't too much, I guess, isn't too much worse than the other one. And for paying 10 bucks to get a really nice blush and a really quality highlighter, I think that this is a great, great product. I wouldn't go as far to call it a dupe for this, obviously because there aren't as many shades, but I would say that in place of this would do an excellent, excellent job. So you could kind of go for both depending on what you're feeling like. But I would say I really, really enjoyed this product so far. I'm really glad I picked it up, especially for that blush and highlight shade. I really prefer those a lot, but the contour shade didn't do too bad either. So guys, I hope that this comparison of a drugstore product versus a high-end product kind of helped you decide if you're gonna go out and buy this, or if you're looking for a good contour kit but you don't want to break the bank. I definitely would suggest this Maybelline one. So far, I haven't tried any of the other contour kits that are available in the drugstore, but so far, this one, I mean, from first impressions, I definitely think that this one can stand on its own, even compared to a high-end. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate it so much. So thank you again for watching.